Oh, God, son, what the hell are you doing?
364 more days till next year's hockey tryouts. I gotta toughen up.
Only there you shall find the master.
Yeah? Yeah, well, you're the one. Man,
Who's the one and only master?
Have you heard of .com? The meaning of it all.
It's more than just a clothing label, it's a way of life.
The inspirational connection.
Capture my vision exactly the way I want it,
The dedication.
then inspect it, captured in the end product.
FrankieK.com. What you've been waiting for is now here.
So the one thing I was thinking about today was how much we give back and how much we receive from everything, from people, from communities, from everything and anything in life. It's good to give to others and to other, your community. It's very important to do so, and it's also just as important to receive. I have a problem with receiving from other people. I have an issue of receiving. I feel odd. I feel weird because I don't know how to react, even though I know the person or whoever it is giving out of the goodness of their heart. I just feel awkward about those types of things, but I'm working on that. It's just one of those things that everybody else works on their thing. That's one of the things I personally I work on. This year I am sponsoring Little League, and we're going to try and get into it as much as possible with these kids. I want to get into, who they are, what they like, all this different stuff. And it's important that we give back to the community, especially on the younger level, because these kids, all they want to do is have fun. And it's up to us to make sure that they can do that. And I have 2 nephews. I don't have any kids, but I have 2 nephews that I know love to run around, play sports, and, just have a good time. One thing I do see, and I don't like it, it honestly, it really pisses me off. Parents drop their kids off at practice, leave, and then drop them at the game and leave. I know parents that don't even know the record of their kid's team. They don't even know how they did during the game because they don't pay attention. This is part of giving. You have to give your child the attention. You have to give your child, those moments. Otherwise, he's going to think, or she's going to think, that you don't care. And then when they find out that you don't care, or they think that you don't care, what they will do is they will shut down that part of their life. They will shut down, say it is baseball. You don't show up to their practice. You don't show that you're supporting them. You just drop them off and go to the next thing. You have to make time for that. You have to make time for this kid. Once you do that, they're no longer feeling good about that because you're not paying attention. So it feels like they failed. Let me put you in the mind of your child. It feels like they failed. That then becomes an insecurity of theirs. I'm telling you, this is the long haul of what you're doing to your kids. You need to stop doing that now. You need to start paying attention to your kids. They need your attention. They need your affection. and they need to be told whether they're doing good or bad, not just by their coach. You need to watch them. They want to see you watching them. So I'm going this year when I'm actually inside these games and everything. I'm gonna talk to these kids. I want to see exactly what they like, what they don't like about the game. I'm gonna really dive into it because I feel like sponsorship is more than just throwing a couple dollars at these kids, and you know what I mean, saying, oh, here's for your pants, here's for your shirts, no. I'm gonna invest fully into these kids because that's exactly what they deserve, is attention and that kind of affection. They need that. I want them to grow up knowing that people are watching them play ball, knowing that their small RBI out of their 27 strikeouts matters. They're however many times you get up to the plate and you strike out, but yet if you make that game winner and then nobody's there to watch it, then it's not going to matter. But that one time that you get the RBI in, for the game winner, that could be a game changer. That can change his or her life. That is no joke. A kid's mind is very delicate. A child's mind is very playful, is very happy, is very honest, by the way. You don't have to obviously you don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand that kids are honest. They will tell you if you smell. They will tell you if they don't like you. They will tell you if you stink. They will tell you if you look weird. That is just that is a child. That is a kid. They are not by any means shy to express how they feel. So I want to get into the minds of this first batch of kids that I'm sponsoring and find out all about them. And I think that everybody should do that with their child as they bring them to whatever sports, whether that be baseball, football, hockey, basketball. Shout outs to the Poughkeepsie Pioneers, by the way, for winning the Section 1 championship, not just the Section 1 championship, beating the state champions. They beat Tappan Zee to become the state champions. And at a time where Poughkeepsie is looked upon as horrible, like so many things happen in Poughkeepsie, and so the past few years has been looked at, with murders and robberies and all these other things and drugs and a lot of this stuff. This is where these boys came in at the most. And shout outs to Cody Moffitt, the head coach, for putting together this team. Like you really did a good job, dude. Like you buckled down and you did your thing in letting these kids know that, they can be disciplined enough to do great things. And to any of those kids watch or listening right now, I want to say that you guys are the mold of the future right now. You can do anything you want to do. If you go down the great path and you upgrade the minds behind you, there's no telling the unstoppable force that you'll have on all of these new generations coming up. With that said, you have so much work to do ahead of you, which is a great thing. And you've already put in the work to make sure that you won a state title, which means your academics had to be up and your athleticism was tested after your mind was tested. That's huge. That is huge. So shout outs to the Poughkeepsie Pioneers, and shout outs to Dwayne Douglas for running the Pioneers website, Poughkeepsie Pioneer Sports. Everything in the Hudson Valley is going, it's going up, and there's nowhere but up. But that's my rant for today, guys. Look into, supporting, kids playing sports, kids moving forward. Support them, talk to them, let them know what's okay, what is not okay, because if they're not told what's good and what's bad, they'll assume that what's bad sometimes has never been bad because nobody's ever showed them the correct path. So don't be afraid to speak up and let people know that, you know, this is not okay or that's great, and encourage them to continue doing great things, because at one point or another you're going to wish that you said something. And you don't have to scold these kids. If something is wrong, tell them what's wrong and tell them why. Don't miss out the important part. Tell them why and teach them. Learn yourself about what these kids are thinking, because in the same aspect, you're learning what's inside of a teenager's mind in this new millennial time. So it's very important to understand what's going through their mind, and it's important to teach what we have already learned. So let's pick each other up. That's the whole point of life, is to pick each other up to make sure that we do good. There's so much evil in this world. So shout outs to everybody who's already doing these things. And if you're not, just take that one step at a time. And you know what? Start with today. If you're listening to this today, start today. Talk to somebody that may be a little bit down. You know, you notice that they're doing some bad things, or, you know what I mean, things that just aren't really lined up to what their potential is, and start with that. See what they can do better and teach them. All right, guys, over and out. Hope you have a great, blessed day. Remember, Jesus loves you, and yeah, holla.
I have to go. We have to leave now. I have to leave. We have to leave now. I have to go. Go.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Well, see you later. See you later.